Hello, traders, and welcome to the market opening preview, July 6th, on a Wednesday, Hump Day, 2016. Traders, this is brought to you through FXCL Excellence in Trading. Traders, great to be with you, coming to you from sunny Thailand. Bright blue sunny skies, white sandy beaches, and blue waters. It is a beautiful morning. Currently 7:33 Bangkok, Thailand time, and 20:34 hours on Wall Street. Traders, great to be with you on a Wednesday. A little bit to talk about today. The markets are starting to move. Looks like a correction, doesn't it? All right, traders, let's get started. But first, let me introduce myself to you. My name is William Gilday. I'm your moderator for the market opening preview series every single trading day before the London Open. Traders, I do record this during the Asian session. Traders, I started trading in the year of 2006 after watching an infomercial at 2 o'clock in the morning, went to the old seminar, and, well, I got hooked. And ever since, I've been trading the Forex markets. Traders, I trade the markets as a pullback trader. I like the currency pair to make a move, and then I wait and I do a fib and I wait for the price to come back to my level, and then I enter the trade. I don't chase price. I'm not chasing the big red candle, the big blue candle. I don't chase price. Not a good thing to do. However, I do listen to fundamentals on a regular basis, and I listen to it all day long, believe it or not, to know what's going on around the globe. Remember, we're macro traders, and we need to know what's going on around the globe. And, if you would have asked me that 4 years ago, I would have said you were crazy, but it is. It's just so important that we understand what's going on around us and what other countries are doing. And so I take my fundamentals very serious. However, I am a technician. I love looking at candlestick charts. I love reading candlestick patterns. They tell a story. They tell where price action can go in the future. I'm always looking at support and resistance. I'm looking at price structure, price failure, and price levels. Where did that level affect that currency pair 6 months ago, right? So we're always looking left of the chart, always checking out what's going on. They're just so important. And today, you can go out and get an indicator for free that'll put those levels on your charts for free. If you just go and Google it or do a search on your browser, you can find these really, really, if they're not free, they're very good, and they're definitely affordable, right? All right, so what I do is I take my fundamentals, I take my technicals, I put them together, I come up with a trade plan. Once I have a trade plan, that's it. The plan either works or it doesn't work. I do about 6 to 8 trade plans a day, and probably only 2 of them work. And those are the 2 trade plans that I actually trade. And, my theory is trade small, but trade a lot, right? Trade small, but trade a lot. You have more of an opportunity to get into those trades. So that's just a little bit about my trading. Let's get the legal stuff out of the way. This is our Forex disclaimer. Forex trading has a large potential rewards, but also a large potential of risk. You must be aware of the risks and be willing to accept them in order to invest in the Forex market. Remember, traders, the name of this game is capital preservation. Live to trade another day. Therefore, please do not trade with money you cannot afford to lose. Traders, always remember that past performance of any trading system or methodology is not necessarily indicative of future results. All right, traders, let's take a look at how the markets closed. And as we expected, it was a red day yesterday. The Dow 30 closed negative 0.81%. The S&P 500 closed negative 0.68%. And the Nasdaq closed negative 0.82%. And the small cap 2000 closed negative 1.53%. Well, that's good, okay, for the markets. Not too good for me because in the New York session, I do not trade Forex. I trade options. And we don't like to see red days, to be honest with you. Even though I do have I think I have 4 put trades on. So that might help my put trades a little bit. Let's go over to the Eurozone and take a look. The DAX closed negative 1.82%. The FTSE 100 out of London closed positive 0.35%. And the CAC 40 out of Paris closed negative 1.69%. And the Eurostoxx 50 closed negative 1.73%. Traders, let's head on over to Asia, the Nikkei 225 that's currently trading is negative 2.05%, and they've only been trading 28 minutes. The S&P ASX 200 is also negative 0.70%. The China A50, which opens in 1 hour, is closed positive yesterday at 0.07%. The Hang Seng also closed negative yesterday at negative 1.46%. And the Kospi, which is currently trading out of Seoul, is negative 1.03%. Traders, let's take a look at our economic calendar. Not a lot going on, I'm sorry to say, but there is not a lot going on. We have two holidays today. India and Singapore are currently on holiday today, so there will be no trading out of Singapore, which is a major Forex trading hub for Asia. So as far as Asia session goes, that's a pretty big hit for us that they're not trading today. Okay. All right. Let's take a look at what we have going on. Not a lot. We have ECB President Draghi speaks right at the London Open. Mr. Draghi speaks. And to tell you the truth, that is it, except I'm pretty sure we have ISM. Yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. We do. I just got to find it. There it is. ISM, non-manufacturing PMI, comes out for June in the U.S. session. That is it for high impact data today. We have some medium impact data coming out, but most of it is low impact. So it's basically a technical trading day today. Keeping that in mind, we want to make sure that we keep that in mind as we go through our trading day, and just watch your charts. It's really important just to watch your charts and get to break even as soon as possible. It's going to be, there's no catalyst to move the market today. So it's going to be a technical trading day. And you'll see on the charts, wow, the dollar was really strong. When I looked at my charts today, I couldn't believe how strong the dollar was yesterday. And a lot of these pairs, the dollar really took control and just took over. It really did. It really took over. The Great British Pound hit a 30-year low. Can you believe that? A 30-year low. They hit actually 1.30 yesterday, and that is a 30-year low. I was shocked when I read that today. That's unbelievable, isn't it? Yeah, well, welcome to Brexit, my friends. And it's not going to get no better soon, trust me. I was reading today that now they're saying they're not going to leave the EU. And their, I want to say, Interior Minister spoke today and put an article and did an interview and basically said 5 years from now, the UK will still be in the EU. They're not going nowhere. There's too many legal loopholes and there's too many issues, and they're not going nowhere. There'll still be 28 countries in the EU. All right, let's take a look at the euro dollar. The euro dollar, look at this sell-off yesterday. Yesterday's trade just worked absolutely beautiful. Listen, we had a 10 EMA cross the 55 EMA. That was a perfect place to get in if you didn't get in at the fib level. But this was just a great trade yesterday. Now we need the pullback, and this is the issue. I don't like that the 10 EMA is right now on top of price. That's going to push this price down unless something has a reason to bring this up. So I'd really like to see this come up to about 1095, 1090, and we can resell this. But we need something to happen here. We need some kind of a pullback. Whether it's a big one or a small one, we still need a pullback. Because I want to get out of this trade at 1.1062. So we got a nice 60 pip trade here if it pulls back to the 61.8 fib. And no, my friends, my fib is not incorrect. It's called an inverted fib. Why do I do that? Because I want to be able to see the 161.8 profit-taking fib. It's not on this chart because I didn't shrink the chart, but I always wanted to know where the 161.8 Fibonacci level is. So it's not long, it's just inverted. And when we're selling, we want it an inverted fib, right? All right, let's take a look at the pound. There we go. There's the pound. Wow, why did I have numbers on there? Yeah, look at this. This thing just keeps on dumping and dumping and dumping and just keeps on going. Nothing to do here, folks. We just need a pullback. I couldn't even fib this. I don't have two to the right and two to the left. But take notice of the 10 EMA. That is a long way from the current candle. So one or two things are going to happen. Price is either going to come back to the 10 EMA and continue to the downside, or the 10 EMA is going to catch up with price, which is very possible between the Asia session when we get into the inactive zone and the London Open. We can go sideways. That'll give the 10 EMA a chance to catch up with price. This is a sell trade, so we want to sell this at the daily pivot point, about 1.3080, somewhere in that range. I don't think it's going to happen today. It would be nice. There's really no catalyst to pull this back up. And I don't think the pound is going to get stronger than the dollar. So this probably will not work out, this trade right here. Now, after I said that, tomorrow I'll come back and I'll say, well, I was wrong, and it did work out. So we'll just keep an eye on it. I am going to watch it. Absolutely going to watch it. Since Brexit, this pair has given us so many opportunities to get in, and I have to tell you, traders, I did not get in it at all. I made no pips on the pound. All right, let's take a look at the Aussie. The Aussie's in the same boat here. It's just bearish, bearish, bearish. Look at how far the 10 EMA is from current price. It's now bouncing off the S1 pivot. I want to see this pull back to the 200 exponential moving average at 0.7475, and we can sell this. I don't have a take profit area because I don't know how far down this is going to go. This can continue to the downside, and I have no idea where we're going to go. So I don't have a take profit because I'm not going to enter this trade at this time until we get some sort of a pullback, and then I can determine where support is. Right now, we don't have a support level, right? So we just got to let this play its game and find out where we have support, and we can take profit at that point. Let's take a look at the Euro Aussie. The Euro Aussie, this is yesterday's chart. Shows you that this did an overshoot, actually went up, and then what did it do? It pulled all the way back down to the daily pivot point, bounced off the daily pivot point. However, my concern is, isn't it funny that it stopped at the 1.4880 area where we want to take the sell trade? So this pair is right now ready to sell. I just need a red candle, right? I need a red candle to close, and then we can sell this. I'm going to take profit at support at 1.4768. All right, let's pretty easy trade plan. This is not a difficult trade plan. We do have some junk. We got the 10 EMA, we got the 55, the daily pivot point. One thing about this pair is when it gets on its go, it's as we would say, the mojo, it moves and it does its thing. However, we can also see at the daily pivot point, if you look left of the chart, there's a lot of price action, and it bounced from there, and it was actually below the daily pivot point. Now in Asia, it's bumped above it, and there has been no Aussie news today. So quite interesting, I have to be honest with you. This is Euro Yen. Again, this pair is just on the downside. I just need a pullback, right? I like to see this pullback to the daily pivot point at 112.96. We'll get out at 111.92. Nice 100 pip trade. But again, look at where the 10 EMA is and look at where current price is. It's far away. And we definitely want the 10 EMA above price when we're selling, right? But if you take a look at these moving averages, my friend, this does not look like this is going to give us a pullback. These EMAs have good separation, good angle to the downside, including the 200, which is the green line. And I don't think we're going to get in this trade today. It just doesn't look that way. And remember, this week is non-farm payrolls. So we got about a half a day tomorrow in London. By London lunch, you got to be out of all your trades because the markets are going to clam up as they always do on NFP week. All right, here's a New Zealand dollar. There it goes. Down she went. I heard all the gurus and everybody say how the New Zealand dollar was going to head for higher hills and all this stuff. Yeah, well, guess what, folks? I said it was going down, and what it did, it went down. If you took our trade plan yesterday, you did very well on the New Zealand dollar, and it continues to go down. Again, we're at the S1 pivot. We're not there yet, and it's still going down. So there's no trade here. It needs to go back to the 200 exponential moving average at 0.7160, and we can sell this. I'm not doing anything with this pair right at the moment. There's no entry here. No entry at all. We're not going to chase price. We're not chasing this. And the 10 EMA, as you can see, is pretty far away from the current candle. So no reason to chase this. Just leave it alone. Let it come back to us, whether it's 1 day or 2 days, it's worth sitting on your hands for. You get rewarded for your patience in trading Forex, right? You get rewarded for that. All right, traders, right on time today, 15 minutes and 4 seconds. Traders, on behalf of myself, William Gilday, and our great friends at FXCL Excellence Trading, I'd like to thank you for joining us on a Wednesday, Hump Day, July 6th, 2016. Traders, great to be with you, and we will talk to you in about 24 hours. But before that, what do we say every day? Traders, trade smart and not hard. Traders will see you in about 24 hours. Take care now.